Good evening, everybody. The Colts have finally agreed to terms with their third pick in the recent college draft. The first player taken in round 2 of this year's NFL draft, the 29th selection overall, Ashley Ambrose, 5'10", 177-pound cornerback, defensive back from Mississippi Valley State. He is set to arrive in Anderson tomorrow, and Ken Tomesh joins us now via News Star 6 to fill us in on the details. Kenny, I am glad they finally got it done. Can't wait to see this kid. I hear he's a great player.
You're not the only one who's glad to see that Ashley Ambrose will finally be here. And considering that the Colts signed Steve Entman and Quentin Coriat within hours of taking him in the draft 1 and 2, it's taken forever to get Ambrose signed. But as of just a few minutes ago, Ed, as you said, I can finally report that this is finally a done deal. Okay. No, Canada. The Colts finally signed Ashley Ambrose, keeping their second-round pick from crossing the border and signing with the CFL's Toronto Argonauts. The holdout helped Ambrose cash in, but it has cost him in another way.
Well, he's behind. He's, missed a number of weeks in concentrated work, so he's really going to have a crash course. But he's an intelligent young man, a hard worker, so I think he'll do a fine job once he gets here.
Ambrose will earn nearly $590,000 a year for the next 3 years. But what about earning a starting spot from the guys who've been in camp from the beginning?
So far as taking people's job or anything, that's not my decision anyway. We have to go out and play and try to do what we're supposed to do, what the coaches to do. Anything else is out of our hand anyway.
But Ambrose will finally be on hand tomorrow, nearly a month late.
I would think right at the top of my head he'll play a little bit Saturday, and I think without question he'll be ready to play when the season starts.
Now, when Coach Marchibroda says that Ashley's going to play a little bit on Saturday, we're not going to see him in his natural position of cornerback. They don't want to throw him in there right away. He will play some in nickelback, and there's a chance that he could return some punts as well. He was an excellent punt returner at Mississippi Valley State, so he's going to get his feet wet Saturday against the Seahawks and maybe work into the rotation a little bit more as we get farther along into the preseason and the regular season, which starts September 6th.
Kenny, now all we got to do is get Jack Trudeau in there, and we're ready to play, huh?
You know, an interesting thing about Trudeau, John Freeze of the Chargers went down, tore up his knee just Saturday night. He's out for the season. And with all due respect, I can't see an NFL team going into a season saying that Bob Galliano is our starting quarterback. Bobby Beathard, the GM of the Chargers, says he's not looking for another quarterback, but if the Trudeau thing drags on anymore, and Tom Tupa, if he has a good game against the Seahawks Saturday night, maybe Trudeau might be bound for San Diego, but I'm getting way ahead of myself.
Well, there's two ways to look at that, though, too. It also reminds Jim Irsay and those guys that it takes one play for Jeff George to go down, and then the need for Jack Trudeau becomes even more imminent and more important.
Exactly, but no one here, least of all Jack Trudeau, is hoping that that will happen to Jeff,
exactly.
Especially. I mean, he wants to get in camp and play.
Okay, buddy, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. Ken Tomesh live from Anderson, and it's a good thing they got Ashley Ambrose.
Yeah, that's just icing on the cake. They looked good Saturday night.
Looked real good, and they had Bickett and Coriat mending injuries on the sideline. Ambrose wasn't even signed. I think that defense has got tremendous potential.
Is this maybe the year?
I'm not we'll ask you later on when you come back.
Not Oral Roberts.
No crystal ball back
Aren't we glad?